Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it. Write for Pollution Booklet, Box 1771, Radio City Station, New York.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman! Faster than a streak of lightning. More powerful than the pounding surf. Mightier than a roaring hurricane. This amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
Hello, Clark. Are you awake?
Well, say, who could sleep for a racket like this?
But it's been going on every night since we've been interned. What do you suppose it could be?
Could be sabotage, I hope.
Me too. But who? Clark, do you suppose...
Yes, Lois?
Oh, nothing. Just a silly hunch that maybe Superman might be over here.
Quiet. Do not talk. Shanasta, the sabotage must stop at once. Konetawa.
time. Swell chance they've got of catching him.
Miss Lane.
This way, please. How does it feel to be home? Smile, please.
How about Clark Kent? Did he get away?
No. No, he's still over there. But don't worry. Superman promised to look after him.
You know, you're doing a great job, but you're not using all your assets. With a body like that, you could go places.
Sexual harassment makes you feel like less of a person. For help and hotline numbers, ask for the Stop Sexual Harassment booklet at your public library.
Be a little more sexy. Hey, we're talking about your job here.
No, we're talking about sexual harassment here, and I don't have to take it.
Sexual harassment violates you, and it violates the law.
Back to present ancient Chinese pantomime, just for fun of it, Jello Tonight. Back to present small Chinese type baby, waiting for dessert. Chinese mother bling baby, Jello, famous Western delicacy. Poor Chinese baby. He unable to tell if this Jello is strawberry, raspberry, cherry, orange, lemon, lime, apple, black raspberry, black cherry, or grape. Jello come in all 10 flavors. Poor Chinese baby. But Chinese mother bling baby, great Western invention. Spoon. Spoon was invented for eating Jello. Baby find this is grape Jello. Deep, dark, delicious new flavor. Chinese baby very happy. So end ancient Chinese pantomime. Is pretty good commercial, no?
Your weapon is in the right-hand drawer of your desk. Use it.
Jackson, well-known attorney, is another link in the chain of mysterious crimes known as the Purple Death Murders. In each case, a subtle, unknown poison has been found in the bloodstream of the dead man, and each victim clutched in his hand a jeweled scarab. The scarab, ironically, was the symbol of eternal life among the ancients. It is significant that all of the murdered men were actively or financially connected with a recent scientific expedition into the ancient Mayan ruins of Central America. The authorities are completely baffled, and the mayor has called District Attorney Grant Gardner to appear before a meeting in the office of Police Commissioner Dryden.
Well, Mr. Mayor. And how are you, Commissioner?
Hello, Grant. The commissioner's been alibying his failure to turn up anything in these Purple Death Murders. What are your excuses, Mr. Gardner?
I don't make excuses, but I do have a definite plan.
And that is?
I'd rather not discuss it now. You'll have to be patient. You remember the commissioner and I have cleaned up crime waves in this town before.
Yes, but that mysterious Captain America did most of your work for you. We could only contact him now.
I feel certain that this new crime wave will bring him out of hiding to help us.
And I hope so. We're up against a new type of scientific criminal. One that we'll never find in the usual haunts of crime.
I tell you, Dr. Maldo, there's a curse on everyone connected with that Mayan expedition. Jackson's gone, and Wilson, and Evans. Why, you or I may be the next victim of the Scarab's Purple Death.
My dear Professor Lyman, you're overexcited. Calm yourself. Here, have a cigar.
Thank you.
Sit down, Professor. Sit down. If there is an ancient curse upon us, this scarab who invokes it must be peculiarly mercenary. These men you have named are known to have withdrawn large sums of money from their banks just prior to their deaths.
That's true. But I'm not wealthy.
Ah, but the scarab wants other things. Rare jewels, paintings, antiques. He also wants scientific secrets such as you possess.
Just what do you mean?
The scarab wants the plans of the thermodynamic vibration engine which you have invented.
How did you find out about my vibrator?
The scarab has his own methods of obtaining information.
You? The scarab?
Yes. I'm the scarab. It is my vengeance which is striking at all of you. It was my expedition. I uncovered the secret information and laid the plans which made it successful. And how was I rewarded? I was made the curator of an insignificant museum, while the rest of you received the fame and wealth that should have come to me. You can't touch that phone. Sit down. For the short time you have to live, your mind is completely under my control. You must obey my commands. You are a slave of the Purple Death.
Purple Death? But how?
The fumes from this cigar. I want to know more about the vibrator.
It is a device for harnessing light and sound waves into a powerful force which will disintegrate any known material.
That could be used by me as a powerful weapon of destruction.
Yes.
Splendid. Where are the plans?
At home. In the safe.
Write down the combination. Ruber, you will take Professor Lyman out. He will obey your final instructions.
Yes. Step this way, Professor.
Farewell, Lyman. You'll find the plans in Lyman's safe. Here's the combination. And take these purple death bombs with you. They'll be silent and effective weapons if anyone interferes.
Yes, sir.
This is what we're after. Just a minute. Throw your gun in the corner.
You too.
Police Commissioner Dryden speaking.
This is Captain America.
What's that? Where are you?
Never mind that. Professor Lyman's life is in danger.
Professor Lyman is dead. He stepped off a curb in front of a truck.
Another Purple Death accident. Well, at least I've accounted for one of the gang. You'll find his body at Professor Lyman's house. That's all.
Get me the district attorney's office.
Office of the District Attorney, Gail Richards speaking.
Let me speak to the DA.
Mr. Gardner isn't here now, Commissioner, but I expect to hear from him shortly.
Well, tell him that Captain America's on the job. He just killed one of the Purple Death murderers.
I'll tell him. Calling Captain America.
Come in, Gail.
Commissioner Dryden just told me the news. Do you need any help?
I will as soon as I get back to the office. Have Davis there. I have an important clue for him to analyze.
Right. He'll be here.
This stuff is distilled from the cypripedium, a little-known orchid. Highly concentrated, it fumes from a deadly poison which leave those purple splotches on the victim's face. Careful, don't drop it.
Is it that dangerous?
It surely is. One whiff is enough.
Do florists have this cypripedium plant?
A few might. It's very rare.
Fine. We'll trick the guilty one into showing his hand. Gail, you and I will visit the dealers in rare flowers in the morning.
I'm Gail Richards from the District Attorney's office.
Yes, Miss Richards?
We're trying to identify the plant from which this liquid was extracted. It may help in a criminal investigation.
Sorry, I can't identify it.
Thank you.
No, I don't recognize it.
Thank you very much.
Can I help you, miss?
I'm from the District Attorney's office. I have a plant extract which we're trying to identify with a murder investigation.
I'm sorry, miss. I'm afraid I won't be able to help you.
Oh, I see you do know what the Purple Death Bomb is.
You fooled me, all right, but it isn't going to do you any good. Get in there.
Don't talk. Move. Well?
This dame's wise to our setup. Turn her around here. Tie her up.
Yes? Speaking.
The girl from the district attorney's office just came in. She had one of our purple death bombs and tricked me into showing my hand. What'll I do with her?
You have plenty of the extract? Use it.
Yes, sir. I'm the district attorney. Miss Richards was to meet me here. I haven't seen her. I'll wait outside. Take me to Miss Richards. Get on the other side of the room.
This contains the purple death. Drop that gun or we'll all die.
The brilliant action of Grant Gardner, the district attorney, has exposed the source of the purple death poison. The Cypripedium orchid from which it was derived will be destroyed wherever found. Mr. Gardner is conducting a searching investigation into the affairs and acquaintances of Professor Lyman, latest victim of the poison.
I've just come from the district attorney's office. He's questioning all the survivors of the main expedition.
He doesn't suspect us.
No. But we have something else to worry about. We are not the only ones who know the secret of Lyman's dynamic vibrator.
Is there another set of plans?
No. Worse than that. There's a working model which Lyman and his assistant Gregory constructed at Professor Dodge's laboratory. The district attorney is taking some technicians here tonight to see a demonstration and learn all about it.
But if they learn how it works?
Then my secret weapon will no longer be a secret. And someone will ultimately devise another machine to counteract it. Therefore, the model and Gregory must be destroyed tonight.
That won't be difficult. The directions with these plans show how to step up the power of the machine so high that it'll destroy itself, along with the building and everyone in it.
But suppose Captain America's on the job again?
We know that Captain America gets information through the office of the district attorney. All I need do is to give the district attorney a tip about the scarab that will send Captain America off on a false scent. And that I have arranged to do tonight.
This is Eddie, Mr. Gardner. I've got a hot tip on those Purple Death killings. Can you come over? I'm afraid to leave here.
Where are you?
204 in the arcade rooming house.
All right. I'll be right over.
What's he got?
A tip on the scarab. I'll have to see him.
I don't like it, Grant. It might be a trap.
Don't worry. I'll be careful. I'll phone Gregory that you're bringing the technical men. Go ahead with the demonstration, and I'll be there as soon as I've seen Eddie.
Well, your phone call worked, all right. Here comes Captain America.
But I phoned the DA.
That's right. Captain America shows up as we expected. Well, you served your purpose, Eddie. Come in. Come on in. Come on in.
Start talking. Who's your boss?
I don't know his name. Stop the 2 bullets left.
Yes. I'll hit one presently.
Wait, I'll talk. His name is Maxim.
Keep talking.
He wanted to get you out of the way. They're pulling a big job at the office of a guy named Dodge. I don't know what it's all about.
Well, I do.
Good evening, Mr. Gregory.
Good evening, Miss Richards.
Mr. Merritt and Mr. Norden are here to witness your demonstration of the vibrator.
Oh, yes, the DA telephoned me. I'm glad you came. I alone know the secret of this machine, and it's a heavy responsibility. So, come this way, please. First, I'll show you how the machine works, and then I'll explain its construction. In a few minutes, we'll have generated sufficient power to destroy this miniature structure. Now, if you'll step this way, you will see the result of the demonstration. That's true. And when the plans were stolen from Professor Lyman, they contained instructions for stepping up the machine's power to 100 million volts. A force that would shatter a 20-story building like an eggshell.
Gregory is right, gentlemen. We have directions here, and we'll give you a demonstration of what this machine can do to this building. Now, the first one who starts anything gets it. Set the control panel.
You can't get away with this.
Now get into the other room, all of you. Before we wreck this building, I want all of Professor Dodge's papers. Open that vault. I said open that vault. Get him. Get in the vault, all of you.
This is murder.
That's right. Wholesale murder. All set. Start it up. I'll get the car ready for our getaway. Now, don't leave until you're sure the machine is running okay. Right.
If that machine builds up to its full power, this building will collapse in a cloud of dust.
Hold it.
Captain America.
What's happening in there?
Get over there.
Do any of you know the combination?
Yes. Set point at 0. Left to 17. Right to 61.
The vibrator. If it isn't shut off, the building will collapse. Get out. I'll try to stop it.
There's a new pet.
Chia.
Chia Pet, the pottery that grows. It's fun and easy. Soak your chia, spread the seeds, keep it watered, and watch it grow. Grow a collection of fun with Chia Pet puppies, kittens, turtles, bunnies, plus the new Chia frogs, pigs, hippos, and Chia trees. Ask for it by name.
Chia.
The pottery that grows.
The Chia Pet is available at Taylor, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Cox Drugs. Makes a great gift.
马上go。
Who dares to disturb the sanctity of Dracula? Who are you?
大法师，我的名字叫何源，我是中国湖南省桃源地方七军师母庙的主持，我可以使僵尸复活。我主持庙在当地非常有权势，人们都对我忠心，对我无条件的服从。但是现在，大法师，这些僵尸都真的死去了。 人们都不理我了，我已经失去控制他们的力量。我走了好几个月，寻找这座古堡。我求求你，大法师，请给我帮助，让我的七金师复活，让我重新统治当地的人们。
Wretch, I do not grant favors. I do not accede to the requests of minions. Know you not Dracula commands even from the confines of this miserable place? This miserable place. Yet, you can serve me, Ka.
只要你吩咐，任何事情都可以，我一切服从。
I need your mortal coil. I need the form of your miserable carcass. I need your vile image.
不，
to walk this earth again. Freed from these walls, freed from this mausoleum. I will return to your temple, in your image, Ka. I will recall the 7 golden vampires as my own host, tools of my vengeance on mankind. I will take on your mantle, your appearance, your image. Your image, Ka. Ka. Your own image. But beneath the image, the immortal power of Count Dracula.
The legends of ancient China have their roots in the mists of time. Some are awesome and terrifying in their implication. Some are real and have their foundation in truth. There is a doomed village somewhere in the vast center of China that becomes cursed each year at the time of the 7th moon. It cringes in fear as it listens to the half-heard cries of souls in torment and the terror strikes deep into the hearts of the inhabitants. The whispered word is vampire, and the horror is real and very close. Once in a while, throughout the ages, some brave man, tortured with grief and angry frustration, will fight and conquer his own fearful dread and venture outside the walls of his village to do battle with the monsters that torment his people. Some years ago, there was such a man, the poor farmer who had lost his most treasured possession to them. His name, so they say, was Siu Tenan. I believe the legend to be true. I believe that this is the way the farmer died, and in dying, he destroyed the seventh vampire, one of the cursed creatures that live enshrouded in an aura of fear and terror. I do not know the location of this village or even the area in which it can be found, but I know it exists. Still cursed, still doomed. For of the 7 vampire creatures, 6 still survive. Now, my studies and research into this subject and my own confrontation with an arch-vampire leave me in no doubt whatsoever as to the validity of this particular story. If vampirism exists in Eastern Europe, and I can assure you it does, there is no reason to question its existence in other parts of the world. Its foundation, its very beginnings, may have stemmed from ancient China. Now, no one knows better than you, the Faculty of Chinese History at this renowned university, that many of your legends are based on truth and documented experience.
Professor Van Helsing, we have heard of your research in Transylvania and the reports of your confrontation with a certain Count Dracula, an undoubted madman.
Excuse me, sir. Dracula was not a madman, at least not in the accepted sense. He was the most grotesque creature, the arch-vampire, lord of the undead.
These monsters may find sanctuary in the imagination of the peasants of Transylvania, but China has a sophistication that has flowered and bloomed over the course of more than 3,000 years.
You cannot diminish that sophistication with vague tales of devil monsters and grotesque fiends.
Credit us with some intelligence, sir.
But I do. That is why I am here now, and would like to continue my research with your help, to use your knowledge, your facilities, work with you, have access to your documents. Vampires do exist. I know they exist. I beg of you to listen to me, take me seriously. I am an outsider, I accept that. But I have experienced the horror. The aftermath.
No one has a greater respect for Professor Van Helsing than I, Leyland. But your father is a dedicated, outspoken man, and I fear he's becoming somewhat unpopular with the university people.
Oh, because of his theories on the vampire legends?
Well, these are difficult times. As the British trade consul in Chungking, I have to warn compatriots to tread carefully. I'm only allowed to remain here by the grace of the local authorities. Any embarrassment could destroy all the goodwill I've built up. And when there are people like Leung Hon in the city...
Well, who's he, sir?
A sort of Tong leader. Awful blackguard.
How very jolly.
Well, unfortunately, I cannot pick and choose my guests these days.
Well, there must be some you did choose, sir.
Ah, yes. Mrs. Vanessa Buren, a Scandinavian lady. Her husband died about 2 years ago, I believe. Left her well provided for.
Evidently. Those earrings must be worth a fortune.
She's on a world tour, actually traveling alone. Can't say I approve. Well, I mean, dash it all, they'll want the boat next.
She has mine, sir.
Do wish she wasn't wearing all that jewelry.
If I were a thief, it wouldn't be the diamonds I'd covet.
And there are some here who would covet both the jewels and the lady. I'll introduce you. Mrs. Buren, may I present Mr. Leyland Van Helsing?
How do you do?
Delighted to meet you. You are the son of the famous Professor Van Helsing? I am so very interested in your father's work. Many people in my country have a great respect for his reputation.
He'd be delighted to hear that, Mrs. Byrne, at this time.
I would so much like to meet him.
Oh, I'm afraid we won't be staying in Chungking much longer, but perhaps before he
Then
leaves...
he's here. Oh, yes, if I could meet him. I read his books about Count Dracula and his travels in Transylvania. And to meet a vampire catcher in person.
In point of fact, Mrs. Byrne, my father is primarily an anthropologist. And I fear one does not catch a vampire.
Who's there? Who are you? What is it you want?
My name is Xu Qing, Professor. I come to apologize for the behavior of my countrymen. Their ignorance is to be pitied and then dismissed.
Ah, you were at the lecture.
I was. And I listened most attentively to your words.
Well, thank you.
The truth deserves respect.
You believe the legend of the 7 golden vampires?
Of course.
Then I imagine you're the only person in Chongqing who does, Mr. Su.
Forgive my intrusion into your rooms. I want to speak to you alone.
Please, sit down. May I offer you some refreshment?
Thank you. No. I understand you are soon to leave Chongqing.
Yes, I shall go to Hong Kong and catch the packet boat back to Europe. Had you heard the story of the vampires before?
The name of the farmer who destroyed the 7th golden vampire was Shi Tianan. The name of the village is Pinggui.
Su Tianan? Su? That is your family name?
Shi Tianan was my grandfather. Pinggui is my ancestral village, and the vampires still rule it.
I don't think I disapprove of ladies traveling the world unaccompanied. I would say it has its hazards, Mrs. Byrne.
Danger and excitement are like food and drink to me. And I'm fortunate. I can indulge myself. I shock you?
Not at all.
Come now. If I were an English gentlewoman...
I grant you that might be different.
I'm sure I shock our gracious host.
Well, perhaps just a little.
I beg your pardon, ma'am.
Mr. Leung Hon extends his most cordial and respectful wishes and begs the honor of escorting Mrs. Byrne to her lodgings and allowing her the benefit of his company and protection.
Would you give Mr. Leung Hong my sincerest apologies and tell him I have already offered to escort Mrs. Byrne to her home?
Do you think he understands? Oh, yes. He understands, all right.
I'll get my shawl.
You realize what you've done. You've caused Leung Hon to lose face. Here, that is an unforgivable crime.
Well, in that case, sir, could I trouble you for an escort?
We need your knowledge, your skill to fight the curse of Pinggui.
Well, I'll give you all the information I can.
You do not understand, sir. We wish you to journey with us to Pinggui. We need to take you back with us.
We?
My brothers and I. We are pledged to rid our people of the vampire curse. We must lift the terrible shadow from our village. But we cannot do this alone.
An expedition into the hinterland would require a small army of bearers and guards and quite a lot of money for equipment and so forth. I have very little, I'm afraid. Are you and your brothers rich men, Su Qing?
We have nothing, sir, except our strength and our willingness. You have no need of guards, with 3 brothers at your side.
Now, you saw and heard the reaction to my lecture at the university. Nobody believed me except you, my friend. Now, in the mountains of Transylvania, the vampiric legends are very strong. You can almost feel the terror. It has a tangible quality. But here, perhaps even I need proof.
And you will join us If you have that proof, Professor.
Yes. If the expedition could be mounted, yes, I would indeed join you.
Behold that. The golden medallion taken from the 7th vampire of Ping Gui.
Oh, stop. Stop here, please. It's a perfect night for walking, don't you think? I get so tired of sitting around. I'm not a retiring English rose, Mr. Van Helsing. I don't take to blushing, and I certainly don't paint away at the first and proper suggestion, whether I come from a Chinese rope or a very proper English gentleman.
A totally emancipated female.
I think you might like your women more fragile, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Oh, dear. I am embarrassing you. Let's change the subject. I particularly want to talk about your father. I find him totally fascinating. Are you all right?
Yes.
没事吧？
Yes, thank you.
Ever since you arrived in Chongqing, you and your son have been under our protection. No harm could befall you. Already your son has witnessed the skills of my brothers, Gui, the bowman, and Da, the axeman. There are 4 others, each one a master of the martial arts, ready to guard you.
Well, one thing is certain, Father. We can't stay in Chongqing. Maybe this trip to Ping Gui would be the answer.
It would need a great deal of finance.
How much?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
How much would this expedition cost?
We will need stores and provisions. Ping Gui is a long way away. I think Perhaps 10,000 Chinese dollars, madam.
You have it.
What?
I'll finance the trip to this village. On one condition.
And what is that?
That you take me along, too. I think a vampire hunt sounds exciting.
Mrs. Barron, it is quite out of the question. A woman couldn't possibly make such a hazardous trip. We'd be going to unknown territory, areas that are unmapped. And the countryside abounds with robbers and brigands.
I know. I also have to leave Chongqing. I suspect the fate Mr. Leon Hong has in store for me is rather more colorful than what he plans for your son.
Suching, perhaps you will explain to Mrs. Barron.
The dangers are many. Yet, if you could believe that my brothers and I will be beside you every moment of every day,
then I'm sure I have very little to fear.
I really must protest.
It won't do the slightest bit of good, Father. The lady has a will of her own.
We have a sister. Her name is Mei Gui. It means as beautiful as a rose. It will be her honor to attend you. So now, all is in the hands of the gods. We should be ready to leave Chongqing by the first light of tomorrow's dawn. From here, we go on foot. I said no harm will befall you on the journey.
It was the most fantastic display. I've never seen anything like it.
My brothers will die in your defense. This is our way. You should know more of the others. And perhaps keep their names in some corner of your memory. My twin brothers, the swordsmen, Song and Shan, their blades are of burnished silver. Zhitao, the masked one, keeper of the maze, and he has the strings of 10 oxen. Bao Kui, many years ago, he chose the short stepping spear and is now its master. Da, the axeman, and Gui, the bowman, you already know them. And we must not forget Mei Gui, our little sister. May I predict that your son will not easily forget her name.
And what of you, Su Xing? How did you really find me? Wasn't chance that brought you to the university, was it?
You are a famous man, Professor.
Oh, no. No, I'm not famous. Perhaps in academic circles I'm regarded as an authority in some specialized field, but no more than that.
Then I put it to you, Professor. Did I find you? Or were you sent to us? You have fought the arch-vampire, and you are the final authority. And you will vanquish the demons.
My knowledge, so far as it goes, is limited to the European hemisphere. I had hoped to learn something of the East from the Faculty of Chinese History, but as you witnessed, the professors were not forthcoming, to say the least of it.
When the time comes, when we meet the creatures face to face, you will know what to do, Professor.
We are not dealing with mortal beings. What you must understand is that they are already dead. They are cursed creatures, forever craving human blood for their very existence. They are immensely strong and possess black powers that are far-reaching. I'll fall before them, and you too will be eternally damned.
Yeah, they can be destroyed.
Oh, yes, they can. They abhor anything that has a holy significance. They fear the word of the Lord. In Europe, the vampire walks in dread of the crucifix. But here, it will be the image of the Lord Buddha. These are our protection.
But how to destroy them?
A wooden stake driven deep into the heart, or better still, a silver shaft.
Fire. What of fire?
Not in Europe. In the East, perhaps. I don't know. There are many things I don't know yet. But one thing I do know. Now, this golden medallion is the symbol of their undead life force. The remaining 6 vampires will do anything they can to retrieve it. Once it's in their hands again, they can reincarnate the 7th vampire. They know we're coming.
She's very beautiful.
Hmm? What? Oh, make way.
Who, he says, and she gives him such a smile. Back in my country, that is an open invitation to help with the dishes. It's a strange night, isn't it? Do you think they could be falling in love out there in this desolate place?
I think it is most likely.
How nice. They're lucky. They'll always remember this moment, whatever happened.
Are you afraid?
Yes. And yet, I'm glad I'm here. Isn't that strange?
It will be dark soon. We must find shelter before the sun goes down. The nights are very cold here.
I'll never take another country walk as long as I live.
There are some caves up ahead. We can rest there.
I'll take that, Professor.
Thank you.
I haven't seen a living creature for over 3 hours. No birds, no insects, not even a lizard. Oh, it's a godforsaken place.
That's a very apt description. God forsaken.
I like a bath. Lots of warm water, perfume soap. Oh, my poor feet.
I could do with some sleep. About 10 days worth.
Don't like it.
I hate it, Professor.
I mean, the atmosphere. There's something malignant here.
Well, I don't think we're going to find a village in all this wilderness. But maybe they've forgotten their way back. We could be miles from where we should be.
Leyland, you are a great comfort to me.
I'm sorry, but I...
Oh, no. We're on the right track and heading in the right direction. I'm sure of that.
How do you know, Father?
Instinct, perhaps? That I've been here before feeling? You've never seen the place, yet every detail is crystal clear. Strange, unaccountable, but it happens occasionally. You know just what's around that corner, the moment before you turn.
Do you know what is around this corner?
We are approaching the village of Pingquay and the lair of the vampires.
Well, as long as they don't come out to meet us.
There will be food soon.
Well, I never thought I'd be happy to sleep in the cave.
We shall be safe here. Wild animals will not venture into the cave. And my brothers will keep watch throughout the night.
Wild animals? We haven't seen a thing that moves or breathes for the last 20 miles.
Sometimes it is the darkness that brings them out.
Strike in their hearts!
You're like a beautiful porcelain kitten. Then suddenly you're a fighting tigress. It's incredible.
It displeased you?
Oh, it amazed me.
There's 3 of them. There are 3 vampires here.
Those creatures?
They are their victims, the undead. They're slaves throughout the ages.
My brothers cannot survive another attack, Professor.
We've destroyed half their number. 3 still remain. Just 3 demons terrorizing Ping Kui, your ancestral village. Now, what would you have us do? Turn back? We know these creatures can die. They're not omnipotent. We'll make preparations, and next time be ready for them. Jane, remember why you came to see me in my lodging at Chongqing. Don't give up now.
Over here, Professor.
The legend is true.
Every detail. Over the next hill is the home of my ancestors, Ping Kui.
Lost that.
This way.
Uh-huh. Jing, we must make sure they can't sweep round the far end of this trench.
We will extend it as far as we can, in the time left to us.
Good. Thank you.
Do you think the trench and the stakes will stop them, Father?
For a while, with any luck.
It's a dismal place.
I think Mrs. Barron quite likes it, you know.
No, thank you. Romance flourishes in the strangest places.
Doesn't it?
Hear ye, great demons of hell, watch over these thy disciples. Thus do we dedicate ourselves to your service and your commands. Van Helsing, across the globe. Even to this very place do you plague me.
Dracula. Count Dracula. I knew it. I knew you had to be here.
A curse on you and your house.
You show yourself. Or must you hide behind the image of another man? Is the mighty Dracula too frightened to reveal his face to me?
I am Dracula, Lord of Darkness, Master of the Vampires, Prince of the Undead, Ruler of the Damned.
Prove it.
Right, Van Helsing. You will once more see my face before you die. Behold, Van Helsing. Look on me now.